Hi guys, it's me, Danielle, Danny Buttons, and today I'm going to show you my bullet journal. As I mentioned in previous videos, I bullet journal a little differently than some people, so I'm going to show you what I've done, give you some tips and tricks, etc. This is my second year doing a full bullet journal. I've always kept notebooks with lists. I've always been a journaler for my schedule, what I do day to day, whatever. I've always been a planner, but this journal is for this year. This is my second one. So this decal I got off of Etsy. The shop I got it from no longer makes them, so I cannot link that for you. But if you just search personalized decals, I'm sure you can find something. I just thought it was super cute because there were a lot of this decal with a unicorn instead, but this is a giraffe, so that's unique. And this notebook is a Leuchtturm. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I apologize if it's not. I think it's a German brand of notebook. Is it on the back? Let's see. Can you see that at all? Leuchtturm. That's how I've been told. 1917. And in this book, I almost exclusively use Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners. So here we go. I in the beginning of the year was going to use a key, but didn't really end up doing it. But I'll tell you what my plan was. So every month I separated with a different washi tape. So if you look down the side, you can see each month: January, February, March, April, May, June, etc. And then at the top, my plan was to hit the tripod and to mark off what type of page each page was, at least with these major categories, which was budget, books, wedding, and scrapbooking, because that way, if I need to go back, I could have just gone to the top. I didn't really keep up with that because I found that doing this was almost enough for me. And of course, some people use the index the way you're supposed to, and they write down what each page is, but I don't have time for that. So this year, I decided to do all of my cover pages for the month in the same way. I just make a bunch of circles and then pick 5 colors that I'm going to use for the month and make dots all over. Sometimes I write a little extra, so obviously I wrote Hello 2018. Sometimes I don't. Okay, every single month I do a month at a glance in this way. When I get back into Project Life, this will be mainly used for that, but it's kind of to show what things are coming up. So I put the number date, I put the day of the week, and that's also, it's easy if I'm like, oh, when is the 15th? I can go to the 15th, that's a Monday. And I'll either, if I don't always remember to use this, but I'll either put one thing I did that day, or if I know something's coming up, I'll write that down, or when I get engaged, I'll write that down, and then I write or draw something next to that. Then basically every month has been the same with my fun tracker, my goal bingo. I just talked about this a bunch in my last color and chat if you watched that, but basically I put goals, and usually almost all of them are fun goals because I like to track these types of things. That's really all it is. So I didn't even fill up my whole bingo chart this month, but some of the goals: read a book, read 2 books, listen to a book. I always put lose 5 pounds and lose 10 pounds on there. It doesn't usually happen, but we can dream, can't we? My coloring goals are on here. Sometimes I'll put a TV, like I want to finish a TV show, that'll be on there. And then I also have started to put my TBR shelf. So the books that I want to read and the books that I've finished. Some months I've only put the books I'm currently reading. Some months I put extra, and then sometimes I separate, sometimes I don't, to be listened to. I do audiobooks from my library. So in the beginning it was more important to me to keep them separate, but now it's fine. It can all be one. Oh, I've glued together all of my finance pages because you don't need to see that. So yes, I'm terrible at habit tracking. I try multiple times throughout this book. I never get it done. But this is different methods of habit tracking. This was pretty standard with the days of the month and then track. And this was attempting to drink water. My fitness tracker wanted me to drink 17 cups of water a day. Nope. I'm very weird with my water, is that I might not drink all day and then I'll drink like 10 glasses at once at night, which I have no idea how bad that is for you, but that's what I do. Then here's an example of me tracking my coloring. I'll put the date, what page it was, and what book it was. And for back in the day, in the beginning of the year, I was doing much better with my bicycle. I have a stationary bike, and I would track how many miles a day I was riding on my bicycle. This was planning for our trip. I always do this with clothes. I'll put the date in the middle, and then I'll put my outfits on one side and Sam's on the other to pack, to make sure I have enough outfits. And if I know what's going on that day, I know what I need to wear. And sometimes I make Sam match, because if I pack for him, I can make him wear what I want. And then here's half of a packing list. Every month, I don't know what I've written, so I'm kind of going to cover it a little bit. But every month, or almost every month, I had made a brain dump page, because I sometimes get stuck in the mindset that this journal has to be only very nice list, has to be pretty, has to be finished. So when I do brain dump pages, that's the page I'm allowed to do whatever I want. So I can scribble in here if I want. I can write in any pen I want, do whatever on my brain dump pages. So for a while I was doing a double page, then I was doing a single page, and I haven't done one recently, but this is like my go-to plan. And then I go throughout the month back to that page. This was back for trip planning when we went on our cruise. This was the to-do list of things I wanted to do on board. Some of them I had never done before on board. Some of them are just fun that I wanted to do again. And then I like to write down my top 5 like moments of the day, because sometimes it's easy to remember like, oh, we went paddleboarding, but maybe you won't remember that we played Heads Up, the charades game, for like hours that day. And I feel like writing down the top 5 gets a broader picture of the day. I was going to track what I spent, and I did not really do that on the cruise. I was tracking my layouts, and what my goal for the year was to do 50. I hadn't been doing great, but I ended up doing 25 at a recent expo. I didn't end up writing them in. I don't know if I will or not. Then this is a fun page. Last year it was 2 full pages, and this year I cut it down, but it's basically a bookshelf. And again, last year I made it 2 pages, and I wrote down all the books I owned, or a lot of them, and then I colored them in as I was done. But this year I'm planning on just writing the book in as I'm done reading it. So I'm doing much better at reading than last year. And right now I'm rereading Harry Potter. So I did write all of those because I'm going to finish the whole series. Here's my Pokemon Go tracker. I play Pokemon Go. It's been 2 years now. I kind of love it. I'm not as obsessed as I used to be, but I really like being encouraged to go on walks, and you like walk your little characters and hatch eggs and things like that. So when this book came out, Gen 3 was already out, so I just wrote what I had left in Gen 1 and 2, and then all of Gen 3, and then Legendaries came out, and I wrote those down. February. Again, this month I did the cactus, mini gold bingo, my finances. Didn't color much in February. February I actually got the flu. Did I write that down? No, that was the Olympics. I was sick for a long time in February, which is another reason I got nothing. Yeah, vacation, came back, got real sick, and then did almost no bicycling. My big old brain dump. My spring cleaning list I started, never finished. Don't worry, I did clean these things. I just didn't get around to checking them off. And then this was a list of all the scrapbook pages I wanted to do. All these purple checks are from the expo, so I still have some work to do, but I did a lot. This one is fun. I don't want to show you my measurements, but I like my measurement tracker. So I drew maybe myself, I guess. And then my plan was to track my measurements multiple times throughout the year, but I'm very behind. I tracked this in June. So I made this page in February, didn't track till June, and haven't tracked since. So I need to do that again. Can you even read? So I track what book I'm reading, and then I like color in every 20 pages. So each little box is 20 pages. And then for this, I started it in April and finished in May, I think. And I like color coordinate depending on my colors for the month. March. Pot of Gold. Mini Gold Bingo. Finances. I was doing a class scrapathon by Nicole Jones 911, and she had a different prompt every day and a different video for us to watch. So I didn't do great with that, which was sad because I bought the class, but you know. Then I had a really good bicycle month, so that's nice. My brain dump, my puppy needed medicine, and it was well, not confusing, but I had to track it because it was like 4 a day, 2 a day, 1 a day, every other day, and I had to make sure I was giving her the right stuff. This was poorly done. Can you tell how badly I did? But my idea was to every day make sure I did chores, make sure I had fun times, make sure I did physical activity, and make sure I had some healthy food choices. But didn't go well. This week I was pretending I was going to do weekly in here. Didn't go well. This is when I started to do my movies, Disney movies. So I tracked which movies I watched randomly. I mean, it happened in March, didn't matter what day. And my coloring. This is my first wedding task page. Every month I've had a wedding task page, and that's been fun. I've been drawing things. We'll skip that. Okay. Brainstorm. I think I just was planning on brainstorming more and then whatever. Anyway, TV tracker. We watched Charmed, so I would mark them off as I finished. I did finish. I don't know why I didn't color the last 2 boxes, but I finished Charmed. And then this is my Disney tracker. I'm so excited. As you can see, a lot of it is also empty, but I'm starting to research really what we have to do day by day, so I'm going to be going back to this. This is my shopping list. This is all the stuff I wanted to get before I went and the stuff I wanted to get when I go. Baymax wearing a Mickey hat. So cute. Magic Kingdom and Chip. Hollywood Studios Ariel. Epcot and Sorcerer Mickey's hat. Animal Kingdom and Alien. And a budget page. And Kevin. So that's exciting. This is movie release dates that I knew that we were like either interested in definitely seeing or maybe would be interested in, or just the title sounded good, so I would look into it more. But for a while we had Movie Pass and we wanted to see if it was worth it. And yeah, just keep track of that. April. You know the drill by now. Oh, my bicycle. April wedding tasks, my fun stuff tracker. So Disney movies, scrapbook pages. Oh, look how much I got done that month. And coloring. Go outside. It rains so much in April. So my goal was to go outside. And it was at least 10 minutes, even if it was in the backyard with the dog. And obviously, only like half of the time. May. Same thing. Wedding tasks. This one was fun. So I saw this on Bullet Journal Junkies, the Facebook group. But it was basically it was Harry Potter house goal tracker system. So each house was a different category and you gave yourself house points. So for Slytherin, I did money goals. For Ravenclaw, I did hobby goals. Gryffindor, I did exercise. And Hufflepuff, I did food. So those were my personal goals. I guess you can pause if you want to read them. And then this is how well I did. Now, keep in mind, I only tracked for probably the first week of the month because that's my style. But that was a fun one in case you are better at tracking and want to do that. The doodle challenges. Last year, I tried to do the doodle challenge every month. Didn't make it. This year, didn't make it. Also, I had pre-drawn my calendar, including writing the numbers in. And then for no reason at all, I just started at Sunday instead of Tuesday, when was the actual first day of the month. So that was fun. My different attempt at water tracking. Noodle medicines again. Swagbucks. I am actually on Swagbucks. It is a survey website where you can take surveys and you can watch all these different advertisements and they pay you. And you really have to commit to make any money, but I do make a good chunk of change on there. I use that money to buy Christmas presents. So you earn Amazon gift cards. I'll put a link down below in case you're interested in signing up for that. But I was tracking if I hit my daily goal every day. Disney coloring, the movies I watched, and the pages I colored. DVR binge. My DVR gets so full, and then I get so nervous, and then I go crazy and binge watch as much as I can. So I track that. And then I already show you these pages for my coloring tracking. So watch that video if you haven't. Don't want to have to go through that again for those who are not here for that. June was kind of supposed to be fruit themed. These are actually scratch and sniff. I want to sniff it. Scratch and sniff washi tapes, which is super cool. This is the month that I realized, oh, I have hundreds of washi tape. I can use those. So that was fun. Wedding tasks, brain dump, swag bucks, movies. Now we're getting repetitive. I'm watching the X-Files after Charmed. I'm actually on like 4-6, so I have more Xing off to do, but Scrapbook Expo prep. I made this list. I didn't really use it though, but this actually was helpful because whenever I thought of something, I would come back and write it in. But I got a lot done at the expo. A different type of habit tracker. Another DVR binge. Usually at the end of the month I do that. My summer bucket list. These are all stickers from me and my big ideas. July. I almost got bingo. I never get bingo. It's real sad. Oh, this month I decided to start putting, if I catch any new Pokemon, and I put my biking down here. It's getting worse and worse, guys. I haven't biked in a real long time. Wedding tasks, coloring. Read me, please. I decided to I had like kind of gone through a reading slump, so I decided to write the books that I definitely wanted to read next here, and then I was going to go down the list and read them, and I read 2, and now I started Harry Potter, so DVR. Sam's birthday is in August, so I always call August the month of Sam, because I like let him pick the movies, and we do things he wants to do, because usually he's just so easygoing that he lets me pick everything, because I love planning, obviously. So, ice cream themed. Again, almost got bingo, but didn't. My Harry Potter books that I read. 1 new Pokey. No biking. I forgot to close that one. Sorry. Harry Potter. I'm tracking the same as my other page, so each box is 20 pages, and I'm just coloring as I go. I'm actually, for this, using the Zebra mild liner, and it's double-ended, which I'm pointing out because a lot of people don't realize, myself included, and it's a highlighter, but it's a really nice highlighter, so I've been using that. Sam's birthday party planning, this month's tracker for coloring pages. Operation New Roku. Our Roku was dying, so we thought we might need to get a new one. So I wrote down all of the channels we have on it just in case, because it's always the worst when you like can't transfer stuff over and you lose everything. Then YouTube video ideas. Oh, if you want to see anything, let me know. And then this was my subscriber tracker for August. I got 30 new subscribers in August, so thank you so much if you were one of them. That was exciting. This is my coloring pages planner for the theme for each month. Another month of medicine for my little lady. She has allergies, so we have to give her anti-itch stuff because she just sucks on her feet all day. And September. So this month I'm just doing these pretty flowers. I still have to finish my goal bingo, and I decided to put my YouTube subscribers at the bottom. This is a blank money tracker. It was blank, so I figured I could show you what we do. We break down our bills. So this is paydays. This is the categories, bills, savings, me, Sam, and us together. And that's what we write down. So this system very much works for us. And yes. September movies. I've been trying to watch a movie a day this month for Disney movies. I'm doing okay. It's the 6th right now when I'm filming. So, and the wedding tracker, it's getting close. So I have a lot to do. A lot. Giants schedule. I'm a big Giants fan. I used some shiny pen around the logo. I'm very excited. Again, game starts on Sunday, and it's exactly at the time of my bridal shower. So I'm a little sad, but I'm sure I'm just going to DVR it and watch it later. And then my bucket list, I started it, have a few left. So if you have any bucket list ideas, let me know. And then this month, I'm going to color all the things here. So this says Disney and then everything else. I was just trying a new font. I don't know. I don't know what to put at the bottom of the page yet. Okay. Then lastly, when I know a thing is going to take, like, track all year, I put it directly in the back. So I did this last year. I'm doing this again, and it's fun to see overall. But this is my steps in pixels. A lot of people do pixel charts for different things. You can do it for what the weather was each day. You can do it for your mood. You can do really whatever you want. But I do my steps according to my Fitbit. So I break it down on how many, on the color is how many steps I get each day. And then I just color it in based on how I did. I was doing pretty good for a while, and now I'm fizzling again. Too many reds. I didn't want any reds, so I'm a little disappointed. But there's still time. I got a bunch left, even though we're actually up to here right now, and I'm a little behind. But yes, I just think it's so cool to see this at the end. All the days I had the flu, I had like 100 steps each day because I was not moving except to go to the restroom. It was rough. And then I put the little dot for swimming because I felt guilty. My Fitbit wasn't on all day, but I did a lot of activity. And I have a weight tracker that I won't show you. And this is what I was talking about, my 101 and 1001. And basically, these are a whole bunch of goals that I started this list in January 2016, and it's almost over. And a lot of them are smaller. Like one of the goals down here somewhere is to make garlic knots, and that's not hard. I can do that later today. And then some of them are crazier, like go to Disneyland, which I got to do, but that was obviously a bigger one. And like get a fire pit, that's kind of medium. What else is a good one? I'm sure, again, you can pause if you want to see all my goals. Donate a hat, if you're reading that, like what? I made the hat. I knitted it. That's why it's exciting. Get engaged. Yes. It's funny because a whole bunch of these things are happening this year and I'm really excited, but they're happening after September 27th. So I'm like, ugh. So it's like get married, go on honeymoon, go to Disney World, all definitely happening this year after that date. So that stinks. But I just marked which ones I did in 2016, 2017, and I will 2018. And then I'm going to make my next list soon. So there's that. I also have another money tracker, a savings tracker that I've taped shut to, but it's you can kind of see in the back. I do, each little box is $10, so for whatever my goals are. Okay, honeymoon rewatch challenge. I've been talking about this all the time, but I color it in with what month I watched it, and these are the movies in order: Disney Animated Studios, Pixar, and then everything else. So obviously these are all still Disney, but it's like the Muppet series, the live action stuff, any of the Marvel things. I also just ran out of room, so we've been watching a few more, and I'm behind, I think. Yeah, but this month I'm hoping to get a lot of the dark purple in there. And then I showed you this, but I have my trackers for my coloring pages. I have to mark off the one I just did. This was my MoviePass. We ended up canceling because that service got crazy. I don't know if you know about their drama, but it got crazy. But we got to see, well, I got to see 7 movies and Sam got to see 8 before we canceled, which we more than got our money's worth. So it was a good investment, but I wish we got to use it all year because there's a ton of movies coming up I want to see. And then more of those trackers and more of those trackers. These are for the 2 books that I didn't even order yet, but I'm hoping to get them soon. So yeah, that's basically my entire bullet journal. I'll leave you on a pretty page while I finish talking. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, a lot of it's repetitive, but it's what helps me. I love tracking. I just love coming in here every day and marking things off. I wish I got better at my habit tracking, but you can't be perfect. So let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you have any tips that I didn't do, if you want to see more bullet journaling stuff, maybe in process 1 month, I don't know. And thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.